Hi there. Yes, you. You there with the red box. Do you know the story behind that red box you're holding? Okay then. Let me tell you. It was also the year two friends started a small company. Their idea was to bring express delivery services to the Middle East. Like many other entrepreneurs, they started with a good idea, a dream, and a few people. But unlike most companies, the Atlantic Ocean separated them. So one of them was in New York, and the other was in Amman, Jordan. They were thinking of what to call their company. They figured, we're in the Arab world, and we're also in America, and we're doing express delivery. But Arab American Express was too long of a name. But if you take the first two letters from each word, then you get Air-M-X, Aramex. Cool. These partners included everything from local courier companies to small tourist operators. They started knocking on a lot of doors, and doors did open. Eventually, they took it a step further and convinced some big courier companies like FedEx, for example, to deliver express packages for them in the Middle East. These big companies were not really that interested in the Middle East. But they finally said to the Aramex guys, okay, fine, why not? So Aramex started delivering express packages in the region. And package by package, delivery by delivery, the small company started to grow. In less than 10 years, Aramex became pretty well known in the Middle East for its delivery and transport services. Of course, there were other transport companies around, many of them much bigger than Aramex. Yet there was something very special about Aramex. Instead of focusing on owning big assets, heavy stuff like buildings, ships, and planes, Aramex was always more focused on its people who delivered the packages. The Aramex guy said, why build buildings and buy ships and planes when we can ship our stuff with airlines and shipping companies whenever we need? Now, this way of thinking made Aramex faster and smarter. Just think about it. Every time Aramex saw an opportunity to serve customers somewhere around the world, it quickly hired a bunch of smart people there to set up a new station. Or it found a local partner who could sell its services. The same attitude applied to serving customers. Whenever a customer came to Aramex, people with an unusual request, they used the company's facilities and technology to create a new solution for that unusual request. It's called business agility, as in speed and flexibility beat size. In 1990, Aramex started a cooperative network called the Overseas Express Carriers, with a major American company, Airborne Express. Soon they were joined by other players from all over the globe, who wanted to help each other deliver packages to more places. 15 years passed very quickly, and in 1997, almost 1,000 people worked at Aramex. They were organized in smart teams, providing all sorts of transport solutions to customers around the Middle East and beyond, making trade easier, supporting communities, and trying to be responsible corporate citizens, and always trying to make a positive difference in people's lives. That year, Aramex became the first Arab company to go public on the New York Nasdaq Stock Exchange. Eyebrows were raised. Business in the Middle East grew, and Aramex grew with it. It also grew in other places, like India and Hong Kong. It started building modern warehouses. But most importantly, it kept investing in its people and technology. Because wherever Aramex worked, it was its people and the intelligent, practical way they worked together that made all the difference. Everything was becoming a mouse click away. Trade and shopping was at everyone's fingertips. From the east to west, a new Silk Road of trade was taking shape. And this new world of trade needed smarter and more flexible transport wizards. And you guessed it, our company was there, right in the middle of it, making trade and shopping easier and sometimes even more fun. In 2007, the company celebrated its 25th birthday. Now a lot of people were saying, whoa, a lot can happen in 25 years. It was time for some reflection. You see, the people of Aramex understood that success was not only about how many packages they delivered or how much money they made, but it also was about how they cared for the well-being of their teammates, their communities, and the environment. They kept thinking, how can we do more work but with less garbage and toxic fumes? How can we use our skills to create new opportunities for our community? How can we inspire kids? How can we work with our neighbors to improve our neighborhood? How can we inspire people to build their own companies? How can we make the world a better place? Some people at the company started thinking, hey, we've come this far. What's stopping us from going further? What's stopping us? Nothing. Aramex. Delivery Unlimited.